Okay, let's talk about our Caronlab disposable range. So in any salon treatment, it's really important that we do get our value for money out of anything, that even though it's single use and going to go in the bin, we still want it to be high quality. So we'll just touch on this very quickly. So we do have our facial wipes. These are a really good seller for us because they are very high quality fibrella that you will get a lot out of during your facial treatments, this one here. Also for facial treatments, we do have crinkle caps or maybe spray tanning to keep the hair out of the way so that you're protecting the client's hair when you're performing the treatment. Again, a high quality crinkle cap. And we also have disposable G-strings. Now in our Caron method of Brazilian waxing, we don't actually use G-strings. However, we do understand that some clients want to keep a little bit modest, or maybe it's the way that you've been taught to perform the service. So we do make the unisex G-strings there as well. The bedroll. Now this is another one that I do see people overusing quite a bit. So I can share a few little tips here. We do make bedroll in paper. We've got also a diamond weave, and we've also got like a silky Venetian spun lace. Now depending on what your needs are, obviously if you're using a paper bedroll and you're putting it over the whole bed, as soon as your client goes to roll over, you're going to have tearing issues. So maybe just use your paper to protect your headrest. Then I would go for something like either the diamond weave or maybe the Venetian spun lace, which you could pop down just on the area where, for example, you're doing a bikini wax. So where the client's actually going to be laying, and obviously because it's a nicer fabric, that feels a bit nicer for the client as well. Also, when you're flipping them over to the other side, you won't have that problem of tearing. But if your bed is set up correctly for waxing, then you probably won't be using too much bedroll. So just keeping that in mind as well. We also make obviously our spatulas, which we will be using during our waxing treatments. We have a maxi spatula, we have a tongue depressor, we have an icy pulse stick size, and we have a brow beater size. Our brow beaters are a little bit different to other ones on the market because they are quite flexible. So when you're doing your eyebrow treatment, you can really get a nice sculpt with the brow. So that's something a little bit different with those ones there. So we do have two different types. We have the vinyl and we have the nitrile. So we'll talk about the nitrile ones first. So these are a little bit more durable. They do act like a second skin. So obviously when we're doing waxing, we don't want a glove that's going to rip or tear or get stuck at all. So it's good that they are a really good clean fit. So the nitrile is the fiber that they're actually made out of. So these ones here are latex free. So are your vinyl gloves. So if there's any allergy to latex, you don't have to worry about using either of these two gloves. They do come in the small, medium and large with the nitrile. And during your waxing, if you do happen to get sticky, we obviously don't want to be wasting money by using maybe 10 pairs of gloves for one waxing service. So all you can do is just maybe put a little bit of the after waxing oil onto your glove just to get that residue off. And the other thing is you can actually use the powder, so your talcum powder or your cornstarch powder, and again just popping that on the glove if you feel any stickiness, because obviously when we're waxing, if we can't get that really smooth flow with the glove and we start doing a lot of these movements, we're not going to get a really good result. So making sure that there is no sticky residue. But again, you don't have to change your gloves every time during the treatment, just one pair of gloves per body part. Your vinyl, same thing again, they are slightly different. As I said, the nitrile is more like a second skin, but some people do prefer to use the vinyl glove as well. So you've got that option there.